welcome back to my channel. There's a lot of people in the world or here that in the United States that own a business and stuff like that. It can be any type of business and stuff. But my question here for you guys is how much percentage of owners of of a local business, small business, big business, whatever type of business. My question is how much percent of people own a business despite having a disability? I'll give you a few minutes to think about that. Well, it's not a lot, honestly. There's not a lot of population of people owning a business when they have a disability, because there's a lot of obstacles they face. Any business faces obstacles, but you face health obstacles. Some owners, of you know, local business. It can be restaurant, whatever. Sometimes, they become ill, and the business goes downhill. But imagine starting a business already in a situation like having some type of muscular dystrophy or any disability. Where I'm trying to get at with this point is I found this article about this person that he's 43 years old living with limb girdle muscular dystrophy. The person's name is Jeremy Sigers. Sorry for my pronunciation. He's 43, like I said, living with limb girdle muscular dystrophy (LGMD). So this article was created last month, Tuesday, October 22, 2024. And let's hear his story. So what it says, it starts with for Jeremy Seigers, the key to success combining passion and purpose was started as a hobby for the 43-year-old living with limbo-girdle muscular dystrophy (LGMD), has grown into a lucrative, lucrative and fulfilling career as a certified disability-owned business owner. He wants to others in the disability to come to know that their talent, skills, gifts, and value are and needed in the employment and entrepreneurial world. Finding the passion, he said. Jeremy was excused from gym class in high school due to the physical limitation of his diagnosis. He began taking additional art class to fill the gap. Those classes sparked a passion and he discovered a liberating interest and ability for art and design. His time in the art studio brought an additional solace to the teenager who, at the time, exerted energy hiding from his peers and struggling at times to navigate his large high school in Tinley Park, Illinois. This is what he says, when I got into those art classes, I was learning to draw, do ceramics, do graphic arts. I would sit at the desk and be totally calm and relaxed and let my brain do the work, Jeremy recalls. I could be creative and not worry about my body holding me back. And unlike gym class or on the football field, I was just as good, if not better, than the other students in art class. And then it said Jeremy took as many art classes he could to add to his schedule during his 4 year of high school. Art became a hobby that he was passionate about, that brought him joy, and that also taught him he has many skills and talents that he can share with the world. As he began to think about college and his future, he also considered the way that his disease would progress throughout the years and sought a career path that would allow him to focus on his ability instead of his disability. I knew that my muscle would get weaker and then I would need to use a wheelchair eventually, he says. I didn't see a future career wise in art like becoming a famous painter. I thought, what else can I do? Where if I can go to college and get a job, I can sit on it and take my body out of the equation. Computers. I started with some research and ended up going to college for network and communication management. Were pragmatic. in his choice of study at Derby University, Jeremy still had a strong passion for art and job offer his freshman year provide an opportunity to see other ways that art exists in the professional world. A friend of his father owned a local sign company in need of extra help and asked if Jeremy would work for the business after school and on weekends. Jeremy, that big eye, and John, the business of this because they were kind of the position that Jeremy would not be able to lift heavy things or walk around the shop for extended periods of time. John confirmed that Jeremy's task could be completely sitting down and sit up in an accessible space for him. This is what he says. I went to work on the first day and walked in the shop. I was like, whoa, this is commercial art. This is it. Jeremy said this is what I was doing in high school, but on the commercial and professional side. This was the what business needed for investing. Uh, let me see. Investing in marketing, advertising, and marketing. This was the side of art that you can make money doing. I found my niche in life without even looking for it. And that very first day, before I even turned 18, I knew I loved it. Turning passion into profession in the early 2000s, when Jeremy began to learn and hone his skill, professional stage and branding were created using large screen printing presses. He was able to sit in a chair behind the press and operate the machine to print products for the shop, many large projects every day. Every day I went home from work and was excited to tell my parents what I made. I always had a cool story to share. Jeremy says I wasn't coming home and complaining or upset about my disability. I was coming home happy and passionate about something that I was thriving. After 6 months of working at the shop, the accounts that Jeremy had been hired to assist with were complete. Another family returned to work at the business. He wanted to find another job that sparked his passion the way that screen painting had, but there weren't any available. During did his own research and discovered that one of his county largest distributors for sign making equipment was hosting a trade show nearby. Jeremy and his dad traveled to the show where Jeremy purchased equipment to set up his own sign shop in the basement. I took the money that I made work at the sign company, invested in myself. He said, I bought myself some software and equipment, would go to college during the day, come home, eat dinner, and do my homework, and then go to my setup in the basement every day, rinse and repeat. I started self teaching myself to design on the computer, to use a plotter, how to start making my own stuff, being creative. It all started as a hobby. College remained his focus, but Jeremy's graphic design hobby continued to grow, and word started to spread to family and friends. His grandpa owned a wrecking business with large heavy equipment to demolish buildings, and as Jeremy, he would be able to brand and letter some of his trucks and tractors. Jeremy was able to create and design, but he could not physically install the lettering, so he enlisted his dad. Jeremy trained his dad, and the two began accepting jobs where Jeremy designed, directing his dad installing. And Jeremy hobby grew and became a side business that could pay his bill. The end game was finishing college, getting a job with my degree, and also having my side business. I thought things were all that way, but they didn't. Jeremy said by the time that I graduated college, I started going on interviews. I was using a mobility scooter. I felt like every person I interviewed with only saw my scooter. It has the bias that the person was not going to be dependable, would be taking sick days and need medication, etc. Granted, things have changed a lot since the early 2000s, but I interviewed for a solid year trying to get a job with my degree. Nobody would give me a shot. Meanwhile, I was also building my business where nobody cared about my disability because I was good at what I did. After a year of feeling frustrated and discriminated against Germany, he decided to pursue his printing, promotional, and signage business full-time, creating his own success. Inclusion now, he has been running his certified disability-owned branding management company, Sharp Mail Graphic, for more than 20 years, working with medium-sized and Fortune 500 companies, doing what he loves every day. Promoting ability, Jeremy believes that his disability has helped him gain tools along his journey that bolster the talent and skill set that he brings to the workforce. But as a creator and a business owner, he has learned to embrace living with a neuromuscular disease as something that increases certain ability instead of something that results in disability. For me, in order for with disability, we overcome obstacles every day and problem solve every day from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. Jeremy says. There's always an obstacle or challenge that we have to solve. Exactly things that are able-bodied people brains don't have to think about. We do it on a daily basis and make us extremely incredible problem solvers. Thinking outside the box and local advisories installed in us, we were not taught it was born. We didn't have to learn naturally how to do it. In large company want partners like that. In fact, Jeremy has found a large company seek partners like that. He obtained his certification through Disability in the largest advocate support for people with disability to get hired from Fortune 500 companies. The organization helps individuals find jobs with large companies seeking to hire or contact people with disability. Disability in also is the only national certified in the United for business owned by people with disability, increasing inclusion and diversity. We're a large company in their supply chain while promoting connection to talented entrepreneurs with disability. That's good to hear that there's a lot of people doing big things despite their disability. I hope like in the future we can not focus so much on the person's disability, but focus on their talent. Focus. Imagine if you meet someone who has a business. Focus on what he's achieving. If he has a business, how is the business doing, stuff like that. Ask them questions about their business and stuff instead of you know just stereotyping people and stuff like that. Recognizing the opportunity to create community support other businesses with disability. Germany is in the process of launching a social enterprise platform as subsidiary of Sharp Male Graphic, while still in works promote disability. Will aim to create brand, the amplify awareness support for business owners and leaders living with disability. He plans to invite fellow business professionals with disability to share their story, share their passion, and purpose with the ultimate goal of creating a network that only spotlight disability owned business, but that will spark loudly to the disability and broader community to say we're able to do anything. This is what he has to say. I want to empower others with disability to join the workforce or become entrepreneurs. I mean, my bad. I want to help them see through other people's story that anything is possible, so that they might think I can do some of the things that able-bodied people can do, but I still have the opportunity because these people are doing it. Jeremy says, I want to help break the barrier of people entering in misconception of living with disabilities. That's my goal as well. He's doing it on the business. Jeremy's doing it on the business side. I'm doing it on the YouTube side. YouTuber side. Influencer at some point. Advocate. Uh, Speaking engagements. That I want to do in the future. But I respect this that he's someone with a disability has their own business and trying to create awareness that people with disability can do a lot. But he's doing it on the business side, which is cool to see as someone with a disability. We all have something valuable to contribute. When you're passionate meets your purpose, that can take you. Yeah, I feel like that can take you place. If you're passionate about what you do, with work, a job, I feel like people enjoy when you enjoy your job, it's because you have passion on what you do. When you don't enjoy your job, you're not gonna do it well. You're just there because you have to be there, not because you want to. So I mean, I thought it was an interesting topic. I mean, not a lot of, I think this topic is not discussed enough, that there's people, with disability in the workforce. I know we don't see it as common as we should. I know it's not something common. We don't see people working, at a store, wherever. We don't see a lot of that. Or especially owning a business. So it's cool to see people sharing their stories. Like I share my story and stuff like that. But seeing other people share their story of success, it's cool to see as someone with a disability. If I knew there were any, you know, owned business by the disabled person here in my community, you bet I'll be one of their clients, depending on what the business is about. I'll support 100% people businesses with disability if I knew, you know, obviously I don't really know if there's, you know, a business owned by someone with a disability here in Fresno, California, or in California in general, or wherever in the United States, would be nice to support. So whoever's watching my video from wherever you're watching, try to support the business owned by disability. I know it's hard to know. Obviously you're not gonna be going around every business, and asking, oh, does the owner have a disability? That's discrimination. We think about it. Obviously, would be nice to support, people that, despite their disability, they're working hard and stuff like that to achieve their goals and stuff, not letting anything stop them. But if anyone knows, like if there's any business owned by someone with a disability here in Fresno, California, leave the comments down below. Or if you know someone who, anywhere you are, like anywhere in the United States, would be nice to, know that there's a lot of businesses owned like people like Jeremy with some type of muscular dystrophy and stuff. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Until next time.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.